Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Expeditions Viking. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to the campaign map. Oh. Okay. I should have seen the connection. Yeah, Thane Skule mentioned his ties to Karpang at the feast, and here's a group of Northmen attacking us out of the blue. What does he stand to gain from this? He must intend to weaken us ahead of the next Althing. He's a slimy viper playing political games. I won't stand for it. I don't know, but we won't find out standing around and talking. He must intend to weaken us ahead of the next Althing. Do you believe he's really been to the Isles across the sea, and Gunnar as well? Could be. He said they crossed far to the north and found only tribes. But if the stories of larger kingdoms to the south are true, perhaps that's where Ald went. Let's not get carried away by fanciful stories of unprotected coasts full of treasure. I won't make the same mistakes as my father. If the stories are true, there is much opportunity there. I would love to follow in my father's footsteps, to see what he saw. None of that matters. Let's keep our thoughts on the fact that Skule indirectly attacked our clan. We should take this to Astrider and hear what she thinks. Right, she knows Skule a lot better than we do. Okay. Well, now can I leave? We'll see if we can go out and find Scare and Forest. You can't leave yet. You have important matters to attend to. Ah, poop. Fine. I'll do the plot. I want to go exploring. Nah, I'm sure that's coming pretty soon. Alright, in we go. Oh, Mother. I have something to talk to you about. Rourke doesn't want to say anything. Did the man talk? What did you find out? Skule Skullcleaver is behind this. He's been working against us for months. Thane Skule has been to the islands across the sea. He recruited Northmen there. Our neighbors are conspiring to weaken us. We'll go with the first one. Skule is the cause? Then it's worse than I thought. How? The Northmen have started settling in the isles across the sea. Skule met the raiders there and convinced them that we were easy pickings. And we were. This raid was our own fault. Our defenses are inadequate. We'll deal with that later. If Skule is acting against us, do you know what that means? They'll try to get control of our clan from Sigurdur Ring at the next Althing. Skule is a powerful enemy, with no standing to defeat him. We'll find no help against Skule. Nobody would risk it. Let's go for the first one. That must be his ultimate plan, yes. This gives him 3 years to weaken us further in the eyes of the king, and nobody will help us against him. As she speaks, Astrider counts on her fingers. He holds great favor with the king, so we can expect no political protection. Further, Yelling is a large territory with many fine warriors, so we can't possibly face him in battle. Third, he all but controls trade with Karpang, a route so profitable as to rival the trade from Saxony through Rye. We have 3 years until the next Althing. There must be something we can do. Why resist? We're already subjects to King Sigurdur. Skule would just be another link in the chain that binds us. Now, let's not go with that one. We cross the sea and plunder that unprotected coast I've heard so much about. We must seek political allies elsewhere. The great kingdom across the sea. With their support, we might resist these attempts to subjugate us. We need to build our own trade routes. Skule has Karpang. We'll get the Isles across the sea. I've got nothing. Let's go for the trade one. I like that. Oh, altruistic followers of lost morale and aggressive followers of lost morale. Wait, what else? Peaceful and greedy followers of gain morale, though. Everyone stops to consider the implications. Dark looks are exchanged, heavy with doubts and worry, but nobody appears able to come up with a compelling alternative. Finally, your mother sighs. I see no other option. Your first act is the thing. Will be to leave your clan just like your father? Nathia rolls her eyes so hard at Aesleifer that you can almost hear them strain in their sockets. Do you have anything to contribute other than complaints about Auld? Do you have any rebuttal to offer better than nuh-uh? I know you're sworn to serve Element Dreda, but if you're so afraid to leave, I'm sure you can convince your thane to let you stay. Asafer crosses his arm and shifts his weight impatiently. I'll follow if so ordered. In fact, I'll be glad to go. However, our duties lie here, with the clan. There won't be a clan much longer if we don't do something to counter school. Think about the glory we might find across the sea, the treasure, the battles! We're not going for the glory. We're going to save the clan. The Scalds will sing of our deeds for years to come. Shut up, all of you. The decision is mine and mine alone. I like the first one. Asafer says, I may not agree with your decision, but I respect your reasoning. I'm with you. And we must begin to make the preparations immediately. We have 2 months until spring. You'll need a new ship and hire a real herd to crew it. Your huskarls alone won't be enough. We need cargo to trade. If trade is what we're planning. We should ask Torfin if he's up to the task of building a longship. There are a few fighting men left in the clan. And we must leave some to protect the village. We should bring trade goods, but what little wealth Father left us was spent on the feast. Do not intend to go in to do any trading. Good, we've got a plan. Let's start by the first option. This is a good idea. If I know Torfin at all, he's been dreaming of such a task for a long time. And there are a few fighting men left in the clan, and we must leave some to protect the village. Maybe we should consider asking Gunnar to join us. Are you mad? That is mad, but it might not be a bad idea. You saw him fight. We want a man like that on our side. But can we trust him? He's a brute, but if he'll swear fealty, he'll be our brute. Considering his present situation, I'm sure we can win him. He can be won over. We'll give him a chance, but we need more crew than him. Open-minded followers of gain morale and conceited followers of lost morale. You'll need at least a crew of 10 for a longship. If you'll take my advice on this, go to the market in Ribe and make your plans public. Many have heard the stories of that bountiful coast. You should find no shortage of volunteers. We should bring trade goods, but what little wealth Father left us was spent on the feast. I have an idea for that. Nafia rubs the bridge of her nose. I'm sure I know what you're going to suggest. Remember Idis told us about the ancient grave on Funen, where they say a king and a queen were buried with all their wealth? The Shield Maiden smiles. I knew it. If that's true, we could sell the loot and fill the whole ship with cargo. If that story were true, the grave would have been robbed generations ago. Let's at least talk to Idis about it and ask what she thinks. It's worth looking into. Greedy followers of gain morale and altruistic followers of lost morale. Well, I seem to be just screwing over my altruistic followers. Does sound whimsical, but Idis is wise and well-grounded. Talking to her wouldn't hurt. Good, we've got a plan. And begin the preparations, my girl. I'll start pulling some strings so we can learn more about school's activities and plans. I'll hate to see you leave, but I know you'll do your father proud. Your brother and I will watch over the clan in your absence. And 5 skill points received. New goal. Alright, so, bunch of new goals. Well, new quest, preparations to longship. New goal, talk to Torfin about building a new longship and Ribe revealed on the map. New quest, preparations, a motley herd. New goal, recruit at least 9 herdmen for your expedition. New goal, travel to Ribe and hire some mercenaries. New goal, consider offering Gunnar a place in your herd if you'll have him. New quest, preparations, Tomb Raider. New goal, ask Idis about that gravesite she used to tell stories about. And quest complete, the plot thickens. Alright, before we go, hey, we can go talk to Rurik. Excellent. Rurik greets you with a smile as always, but it's not reflected in his eyes. How's it going, sis? You've seemed a bit dour since the raid. Your brother holds your gaze for a moment, then lets out a long breath. I know you said I acted correctly, but I just don't feel that way. I remember that failure whenever my mind is idle. I can't help it. I keep reliving the helplessness I felt. I see the way that others look at me. They say nothing, but they think I'm weak, unmanly. They're right. A man who can't protect his family is no man at all. The others are wrong. I'm your sister, and I know your strength, the strength of your wisdom and your kindness. Then become a man. I've always been here to protect you when Auld was away. Now you must learn to protect Mother when I leave. I like this first option. Wisdom and kindness, not the qualities of a warrior. That's why you're the thane instead of me. In a better world, you would be a great thane. Wisdom and kindness are qualities any ruler should possess, but we've been given a world where strength of arm is all people respect. You weren't born to rule nor to fight, and there's no shame in that. Don't worry about what's expected of you. Just stay true to yourself. I like the first option. It's clear that your brother sees the truth in your words, but doesn't appear to make him feel any better. You've hit the nail on the head there, I think. I simply don't belong. I never have. A darkness seems to settle over him. The sooner I face that, the sooner I'll find a way forward. Thank you for being straight with me. You're a good sister. Ooh, Have you been keeping an eye on the clan for me? Of course. If you can spare a moment from your preparations, you should talk to Bjorkdus. I fear it has been getting worse, it seems. Alright, I'll get back to it. Let's talk again later. No new, quest? It's actually kind of disappointing. Alright, well, maybe we can go, find them and talk to them. But first, I want to go find that treasure. I want treasure. Goodies. Loots. Precious, precious loots. All to, build up our clan, of course. Definitely. Hey, Roskva. The Witch's Apprentice accosts you outside your longhouse. I heard you're leaving. I want to join you. Why do you wish to join? It'll be a dangerous trip. You'll have to contribute. Sure, I'll be glad to have you on board. You're needed here. I won't take you. Okay. Why do you wish to join? She scratches her wrist. Do I really need a reason? Yes. No, but if you have one, I want to hear it. I guess not. I like the middle option. She scratches her wrist. It's just time to leave, you know? I owe a lot to old Hulda, but I've learned all I can from her, and I still don't know enough. I hear it's a big world out there. It'll be a dangerous trip. You'll have to contribute. Well, she's a witch! Come on! She'll be contributing plenty. Well, do you think there's a small chance some of you might get hurt on this really dangerous trip? You know these herbs aren't just for making people sick, right? Hulda trained you as a healer? Of course. That's what a witch That's what witches do? That's what witches do, you know? Sure, I'll be glad to have you on board. She smiles, and it's a proper smile for once, showing teeth and everything. Thank you. I'll find someone to take care of Hulda while we're gone. Roskva has joined your herd. Excellent. Let's take a look at her. Okay, she has a knife and a willow bow. Oh, that's right. I got some armor. Show only armors. Let's see. -1 to movement. Alright, let's give the hide armor to, Slafer. Ranged goes down, which sucks. That wouldn't affect her ranged defense at all. But melee goes up. That's good. Alright, well for now, we'll give it to her. We'll take that that ranged penalty. It's okay. Weapon-wise... Okay, yeah, okay. So the red numbers are the damage, how it would go down. Yeah, it's 3 to 6, and this is 2 to 9. Okay, so, alright, I'm getting that now. Yeah, that's worse in both ways. That's worse all around. Not sure what AP means. Oh yeah, armor piercing, armor penetration. That's right, okay. Alright, do we have anything new to look at? Well, we can talk to Kveldofur again, see if he has anything to say. Nope. Alright, let's talk to Gunnar the Peaceful. Actually, before we do that... Elmfrider Kraxon. Let's see if we can actually leave and wander around. I'll come back in if it looks like we can't get if the forest isn't on the map. Alright, so there's a marsh campsite, plains campsite. Let's still go back there. Alright, there's Ribe. Well, I don't know. I guess I'll just keep looking around. Maybe it's back on the map with the farm. Well, I guess we can swing by there when we're ready to head to Ribe. Alright, Gunnar. Gunnar is still where you left him. A hog is curiously sniffing his pants. Good to see you again. Have you decided what to do with me? I have an offer for you. I want you to join my herd. I swore you would go free, and I intend to keep my word. I don't care where you go, but you better get out of my town. You attacked my people. If you thought I would let you live, you're unbearably naive. Well, it's, I accept! I didn't expect this to be so easy. Ha! Why would I reject such an offer? You showed remarkable prowess in defeating my men. I would love to fight by your side. Kettle cuts Gunnar's ropes. We'll find you a place to stay. For now, we can at least get you out of this pig pen. The Ilfidin stretches, squeezes his wrists to get the blood flowing again, then puts out a huge hand to seal the deal. I swear before Odin to follow you wherever you ask and serve you with my life. Wow, that was actually quite easy. Let's take a look at him. Gunnar the Peaceful. He has axe skill, 12 experience. I could get him up to get cleave. That could be good. Actually, be really good. Bleeding is pretty nice. Only deals 25% damage. But the big thing is increased axe damage. That's always nice. Let's take a look at his inventory first. A tool axe. Okay, well, a bearded axe. A tool axe. Yeah, that's better. So it seems to be pulling it from these stats rather than any of the others. So I'll still have to check for cases like that. Let's take a look at their biographies. As a babe, Roskva was left in a basket in the bog outside your homestead. To this day, no one knows who her parents were, or why they decided to leave her to the carrion birds. To Roskva's great fortune, the old witch Hulda, herself childless, found the newborn girl and decided to raise Roskva as her apprentice. Roskva is still young, but she is already wise to the uses of plants and the whims of spirits. The young witch is a deft and compassionate healer, but she has no qualms with deadly poisons and cruel curses. After a score of winters first in the care of an old crone, then caring for the crone in turn, Roskva is keen to leave the village and seek new knowledge in distant lands. And Gunnar the Peaceful. In the mountains of the north, there exists a cult of warriors who call themselves the Ulfednar. Is that... I thought I was pronouncing it differently. Maybe I was misreading it. They are said to be Odin's special warriors, who wear little except the pelt of a wolf into battle and become impervious to steel or fire. Gunnar, the giant with the wholly ironic byname, the Peaceful, claims to be one of these berserkers. He led a group of raiders from the northern trade hub, Kopang, to the Isle of Orkney in the west, where he had the misfortune to meet Skul Skullcleaver. Skul convinced Gunnar to mount a raid against your village, where he and his raiders were defeated despite their undeniable prowess. Having earned his respect by besting him in battle, you gained Gunnar's pledge of allegiance. He may not be the most predictable Huskarl in your service, but one thing is certain. It is far better to have Gunnar on your side than against you. He's aggressive, open-minded, greedy, and optimistic. Roskva is cunning, superstitious, greedy, and independent. I am getting a greedy party here. I apparently have no traits whatsoever. Aggressive, conceited, cooperative, and pessimistic. Aggressive, honorable, skeptical, and independent. Alright. I feel kind of okay with that. A whole bunch of people who are greedy right now. Because that should make it easier to increase their morale. Alright, what else? You've got guarding. I guess that's okay. You got a fair few hit points. I think I would like to get you quick feet. Oh wait, no, I was going to upgrade your axe. Let's upgrade your axe, that's better. Much, much better. Alright, I've got 5 skill points that I could distribute. Let's get some more cooking. Can't do any of that. Oh, you also have cooking. Okay. You've got 6. What do I want here? Hardened? 10 extra hit points? Or... Oh, Keen Eye requires a perception of 6. Okay, so we can't get that for him. Alright, Hardened is good then. We'll get Hardened. You've got 9. Plus 3 crit chance I kind of like the idea of. I guess we'll go with all that. Still can't do much. I mean, I suppose I could upgrade the farms. Plus 4 prosperity. Cost 250 valuables. I've got a lot of valuables. Preparations, Motley Herd updated. Alright. Well, actually, let's take a look at the map and see... Alright. Nafia's home is here. Nafia's mother, Bjorkdis, comes out of the bedroom when she hears the door open. She looks tired.
Oh, Elmindreda, did Nafia ask you to come?
Just wanted to see how you and Nafia are doing.
That's very kind of you. Nafia is a little better today, but she's still very sick. With all this trouble we've had lately, nobody has had time to go out and get more medicine for her.
What sickness ails your daughter?
A terrible deep cough. A slight but constant fever. My poor girl has been bedridden for weeks.
Is there nothing Hulda can do?
She does her best when her mind's with her. Hulda is wise, but she is limited by her age.
And because I've got healing, do you want me to look at her? She doesn't sound hopeful exactly.
You can try, of course. I know you have experience with medicine, but this is nothing as straightforward as a wound.
Where do you normally get her medicine?
The Gideon Ribe knows how to treat this disease. We've tried a concoction made by her before, and it seemed to help.
She buries her face in her hands. Her voice breaks up.
I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
Alright, so our only two options are that we'll go get it, but I've been to Ribe recently. If my duties take me there again, I'll bring back some medicine. Or I'm headed to Ribe soon. I'll bring back some medicine for Ifura. Yes, we'll say that. There is a smile in her voice that her face is too tired to show.
We would be in your debt if you can manage it.
Well, let's, Oh, red. Attempt theft. This belongs to someone nearby. Getting caught stealing will hurt your reputation. Finesse hard. Oh, well, there's a good reason to get finesse. Bjorgdis is regarded as the best weaver in town. This loom has dressed half the clan. Okay, so, yeah. Well, apparently I can steal from some of these. Get the grease. Nothing in that basket. Nothing in that basket. Poison caltrops. Let's take their medicine. Take that bladder. Nothing over there. Nefia and Ifura share a bed. A pile of Nefia's equipment is stashed under the frame like a shameful secret. Ifura is buried under several layers of pelts. She rolls over to face you and sits up groggily when she sees who you are. She manages a rather pale smile.
Oh, hey, Elmandretta. Are you here to check up on me? That's sweet of you.
How are you doing? How are you dealing? As if on cue, Ifura breaks into a raw, painful cough. It takes her more than a minute to recover.
I've been better, but I'm still alive.
Nefia's voice is soft and full of concern.
You better stay that way, little rabbit. I'll be very angry with you otherwise.
Ifura gives off a weird cough giggle.
Are you trying to terrify me into getting well? Come here, you.
Nefia sits carefully on the edge of her sister's bed and holds her hand. I promised your mother I'll get you some medicine. Ifura's voice is so soft and mild, it sounds like she's dozing off.
That's very kind of you. I know she'd go herself, but she's no one else to look after me.
Yeah, Mom needs to stay here and take care of you. We'll handle it. And let's use my healing option. Mind if I take a closer look at you? Ifura gives you a curious look.
Sure, go ahead.
You rest the back of your hand on her forehead, feeling her fever against your skin. It's not the worst fever you've ever felt, but if it's lasted for several weeks, it's no small wonder she's so tired. With your ear against her chest, you can hear a rattle when she draws a breath, undoubtedly some infection of the lungs. You should get some sleep. Alright, let's go ahead and leave. Maybe we can come back later and steal. I'm really amused that we could steal some things and not others. Alright, next up on the map. It's Kettle's home. Training ring. Idis's farm. Alright, well let's go to Idis's farm then. We'll see what the training ring is as well. There might be some people to talk to. I'll probably, Oh, okay. Yep, there's someone to talk to there. There's actually quite a few people around. But we'll go to the house first. Let's see if we can go inside. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that I'd gotten that far down. Alright, Thorvaldur Alvaldsson. Just tidying up the place a bit. Don't mind me. Taking your bladders. Nothing there. I didn't realize I could rotate the screen a few episodes ago. This would have been immensely easier in some cases. Nothing in that barrel. Nothing in those sacks. Or the basket. Or that basket. Ooh, 17 valuables. I'll take your valuables. Thank you. I appreciate your contribution to our quest. And let's go ahead and talk to Idis. You find Idis next to her farmhouse, holding a headless hen in one hand and a knife in the other. The ground around her is covered in feathers.
Oh there, what brings you kids out here? Don't tell me Ragnarvaeg's sow chose this moment to give birth.
I feel like I'm missing some important context here. Pregnant sows are the last thing on my mind right now. Yeah, I like this first option. I feel like I'm missing some important context here.
Silly sow is ready to give birth any day now. Promised Ragnarvaeg I'll lend a hand when it happens. Only I'm in the middle of plucking a hen for dinner.
Oh, at least it's not a pheasant plucking. Could have been, whatever. I can't remember the exact line from, MST3K.
Anyway, what brings you out here if not the sow?
I want to ask you about one of the stories you told when we were children. Idis smiles wistfully, brushing a few wayward feathers off her apron.
Ah, been so long. Hope I can remember. What do you need to know? You told us of a grave site in the hill once, where an ancient king was buried with all his treasure.
You recognize the gleam in Idis's eyes from your childhood.
That story, yes. They said the tomb was protected by dwarves or elves or other such underground creatures. That horrible vengeance would befall any who dared to breach its sanctity.
Do you know if the tomb is real? Dwarves or elves? You're joking. I don't like the sound of that. It's not wise to meddle with such things. Do you know if the tomb is real?
Seen it myself. Traveled through there with Alvilder when we had just been married, on our way here to start a family. Spent a night in a small hamlet at the base of the hill, where I heard of the treasure and the creatures that protect it. Why are you asking about this now?
I'm preparing an expedition. I need treasures that I can trade for supplies. Idis looks intrigued.
Where goes the journey?
The isles across the sea. The stories tell of unprotected coasts and great riches.
I now have additional questions.
The woman finally puts down the chicken. She wipes her hands on her apron.
Tell you what, let me come with you to the grave. Be easier if I simply show you the way.
What about your sons?
They're old enough to look after the farm in my absence, and they've got their aunt and great-uncle to help them if there's trouble.
Do you know how to defend yourself?
I've little training, if that's what you mean, but I'm no frail old lady. Alvalder left a helmet and a shield for his sons, but they fit me just as well. We'll bring an axe. Think that'll cover it.
If you wish to join, you're welcome.
Great. Meet you at the edge of the village when it's time to leave. For now, though, really must finish this hen.
Skerning, revealed on the map. Neat. Idis has joined your herd. Well, let's take a look at her. How did you appear down there? Tomb Raider updated. Okay, so she's not actually showing up just yet. It might be that she's not someone who will show up in this list. Oh, I love having a party. Oh, it's great. Guys, it could be just like Ultima 7. Ah, it's good times. Alright, well, I'm going to look around for other people to talk to. And when we are ready to move on, we will do so. But that will be next time. See you then, everyone.